Chiefs Kingdom, ACU crew, welcome back to another live podcast for that ass. Tonight we're going to be tailgating the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Denver Donkeys tomorrow at noon. What about it, Michael? This thing's powered by BetUS. Let's tell them about it.
Yeah, shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this episode. Head over to BetUS.com. Check out what they got going on right now. If you use the code YouTube150, you get a 150% deposit bonus match on your first deposit. And then on the next 2 deposits, you're going to get a 125% deposit match bonus. These are up to $2,000, so take advantage of all the free plays you make from those deposit match bonuses. The site's easy to use, plenty of props. Go to BetUS.com, use the promo code YouTube150. Let them know All Chiefed Up sent you. Steve, let's talk a little bit about Chiefs versus Broncos. And first and foremost, before we get going, we appreciate you guys being here tonight. I know it's a Saturday night. Look, we got a noon game tomorrow. This is like the first noon game I feel like we've had in like 6 years. Like pre-Mahomes
I think we
being
really
drafted.
only had like 1 or 2 of them in the last couple of years, so they're a rarity these days.
This is the first that Mahomes has ever had to play at noon, right? Since he's been drafted.
Yeah, for sure.
We haven't played a noon game since Alex Smith was our quarterback.
It's been a while. It's probably
That's how it
7
feels.
years ago. Appreciate you guys being here, though. Like Mike said, do us a favor. Hit the like button if you're on YouTube. If you're watching on X, repost that out to your followers. If you're on Facebook, hit that like button. Share it out to your friends. Let's get this thing pumping, baby. Let's have some fun. Talk about that Chiefs-Donkeys matchup tomorrow, baby. First up, Mike. Just real quick before we go any further, I'm going to start it off with the injury report. I think that's a good place to start, right?
Okay.
So let's take a look at it. The only person we have out is Juju Smith-Schuster with that hammy. Tershawn Wharton is questionable with a knee, and everybody else was full participants in practice, Mike. But if we look over at the Denver Donkeys, it looks like they also have a couple people out. Delaren Turner-Gill is out with a knee, so that's a big loss for them.
What just
Huge
happened?
loss.
What is that? Did you just sneeze?
And linebacker Drew Sanders will be out, so that actually is a bit of a loss for them. And then center Luke Wattenberg is questionable. So, I mean, both teams fairly healthy, just a guy or two out for each one. I think we all expected Juju to be out, right?
Yeah, I think the Donkeys actually elevated the center. So Wattenberg may get to start over Alex Forsythe tomorrow. Alex Forsythe actually played with Bo Nix at Oregon. He's been doing a pretty good job. I don't think it's a big deal, but you got to remember that's a matchup going against somebody like a Turk Wharton who's had a monstrous season so far. So I think Denver really is questioning that. Like, do they want to stick with Forsythe? Do they want to go back to the guy that they had in there at the beginning of the season? Could be like that. Steve, it's funny. I don't think injuries are a big deal for us right now, besides the guys that are on IR that you can't really, you can't do nothing about that. I understand it. But just Juju, I don't feel like Juju being out is going to be just anything that just gives Denver the overwhelming advantage here. I feel like, look, we called up Justin Ross again this week. So we're going to have Ross. We're going to have Mecole Hardman. We're going to have D-Hop. We're going to have Xavier Worthy. We're going to have Justin Watson. That's your 5 receivers right there. And I'm pleased with that 5. I think that's a solid 5 receiving core.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not worried about anything like that. As far as the receiving core goes, I mean, it's the best receiving core we've seen in years, so not too worried about it at all. Like you said, I think the Chiefs are fairly healthy, not counting the guys that we know we're not getting back for the season, so that's a good spot to be. Mike, the first thing I want to talk about with Denver, and one of the first talking points of this entire matchup, is the Denver Broncos defense. You mentioned it yesterday in a live stream. They have a good defense. They actually own the number 3 scoring defense in the entire NFL, Mike. And a big reason for that is they're very aggressive. Mm-hmm. They have the second highest blitz rate in the entire NFL at 35.6%. So 1 out of 3 plays, they're bringing the house. That's something that the Chiefs are going to have to be careful with. They've had some offensive line woes, if you could go that far, throughout the season so far. So it looks like they're going to bring the pressure at Mahomes. How do you think the Chiefs react to that?
I mean, I think Mahomes is prepared. It's nothing new to see teams bring pressure towards Mahomes. They may try to test that ankle. I know Mahomes was able to practice all week and stuff, but let's be honest, as much as he looks like Superman on the field at times, he's still human. That's going to be a little sore. He had to do a lot of stuff this week to probably keep it from being sore, keeping it loose. But you know how it is. For some reason, that ankle has a target on it, dude. If anybody can fall on Mahomes' ankle, it'll happen.
Just look at it funny.
If a meteor falls out of the sky anywhere within 1 million miles of Earth, it's going to hit that ankle. We already know Like, that ankle's flat out cursed at this point. But so far, it's never been a big deal. Like, Mahomes has always been able to pretty much get back, play through it, and play well through it.
Right.
And so, but I do think they'll test it. And I was reading a bunch of Denver Broncos stuff today, and they were talking about weaknesses in the Chiefs team that they could exploit. And they named two people. They named two people as a weakness that the Chiefs have as an exploit. Do you care to guess one?
That would be Wanye Morris.
Wanye Morris was one. They thought that the left tackle position was exploitable and that they could take advantage of Wanye Morris being a weaker left tackle. Name the other one.
I don't know.
This shows how crazy Denver is. They believe Patrick Mahomes is a weakness to the Chiefs. That is a flat-out written article from Broncos Wire. They think that Patrick Mahomes is a weakness to the Chiefs and the way that we play because he has had a lot of turnovers this year. He's running on a bad ankle, and I don't know. I have no idea. These ass clowns get to write and make money off this, and people support stuff like this. It cracks me up to hear that.
I knew the Broncos franchise was an absolute laughing stock. I didn't know
their
the
media is just as bad.
Just as bad. Like, what in the living hell are they talking about?
No idea. No idea. Like, it's ridiculous. Let me just read what they said. Unfortunately,
I don't want to.
The only thing going against Kansas City right now is Patrick Mahomes.
All right.
He played a clean game against the Bucs in Week 9 and seems to be building some momentum, so I wouldn't count on Mahomes putting together a poor performance. The Chiefs' defense gave up 24 to Tampa Bay, but also managed to hold the Bucs to less than 300 net yards. Kansas City's running game is humming with Perine, Hunt, and Steele, and the Chiefs' offensive line has played relatively well to this point in the season. So Patrick Mahomes and maybe left tackle Wanye Morris could be considered Kansas City's weakest links.
Mike, if you're hoping... If you're banking on Mahomes having a bad game and that's your strategy,
Mahomes is honestly,
what in the hell are you doing?
If you can look at this team and say Mahomes is the weakest link, this is the greatest team ever assembled in the history of the universe.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I'm not quite sure. It absolutely makes no sense to me.
Idiot alert. Do we have an idiot alert? We need to get one.
Like I said, I don't know where you come up with that as your weakness for the team. That makes any sense. I was trying to play some air horns for this 5-bomb we got here, but it won't work for me. So if they just start going on,
I'm hearing air horns over and over.
I don't hear it.
They're not working.
I don't hear
nothing
it.
works on your side. Your computer stinks.
I don't hear it right now.
We got to get a better computer for Steve. We've got to start a GoFundMe or something. Your iMac has crapped the bed.
Because I didn't hear the sirens?
I guess, and the fact that it takes 47 minutes to restart. That's a good possibility.
Or three. Keeping up with 5-bomb says the best Chiefs channel out there. Appreciate it. Thanks for the gas. Then Iron Price is a member again, and he shared the love with 5 gifted memberships. What about that, baby?
That gets a purge.
Hell yeah, baby. I can't hear it. Baby. I can't hear it. I don't know why I can't hear it, but I can't hear it.
You can't hear it. I'm hearing it. Everybody else is hearing it. Just imagine what it would be like. Here, I'll do it for you.
If y'all get one of those gifted memberships from Iron Price, make sure to thank him in the chat, by the way. Thanks for being a legend, my man. We'll have to get a suck it in there. I'll let Mike hit the button because apparently I won't be able to see the video either.
Yeah, let me cue that up for you. This is for Iron Price, and not because he donated 5 memberships, because we love him for that, but because this is what he loves.
Suck it! Suck it! We got 2 words for you! Suck it!
I saw that. I heard that. 2 words for the Broncos. Suck it. How about that? And also, keep looking up with the 5-bomb. Appreciate you. The 5-bomb, it goes to help Steve get that new iMac. Here we go. We're starting it out right now.
I think it's fine. I think I'm good.
Okay.
There's the 5. It's keep looking up, by the way. So, yeah, back to the game, though. The defense for Denver Broncos is going to be the name of the game, right? But they also... They're not as bad, I guess, as they have been on offense. They're trying to put some pieces together there. I still don't think there's much going for them. But I think one thing that the Chiefs need to look at is Bo Nix as far as using his legs. He's been able to have some success running the ball this year, and I think it's something the Chiefs are going to have to look out for.
Bo Nix. And you have to look out for the fact that he is older than Patrick Mahomes. He's a wily veteran. As a rookie, he's a wily vet. He's got, he just got back from a long trip taking his grandchildren to Disney World. The dude's excited to play football right now. I mean, he's fired up. Time Traveler asked when Juju's expected to be back. It's looking like it's probably going to be the Broncos. My bad. I got Broncos on the mind. The Bills. The Bills week 11 is what they were saying. That was the first initial kind of report we heard a few weeks ago, and it looks like that's probably what it's going to be. I would say he probably starts practicing this week.
Yeah, I mean, it's touch and go with Juju, right? Like, you never know. He might sneeze too hard next week and have to sit out another game.
Juju is just not one of those guys that you can depend on super hard. And I think that's why Brett Veach didn't give him that extension in the offseason. It was the knee. It was everything else. He goes to the Patriots. I think the Patriots even kind of cut him for that reason in a way. They were like, hey, I don't know. We'll just go younger, see what happens. We're going to be a dumpster fire anyway. And then lo and behold, he comes back with the Chiefs, and he looked good in his first 2 or 3 games here.
Juju is good when he's healthy and available.
Right.
That's just the big question there.
Yep. 2-bomb from TGZ. Appreciate you, brother. He says at least don't have to worry about Justin Simmons. Yeah, we already got that obligatory pick earlier in the year, so there you go.
Yeah. Mahomes only has to face him every once in a while now. He plays for the Falcons, so we don't play them a whole lot. At least twice a year he doesn't.
Is there anybody on the Broncos now that Mahomes likes to pad their stats just because he's a nice fella?
I don't know anybody on that team except for Pat Surtain, so...
Does Josie Jewell still play linebacker over there? Because he
Who's
always has
that?
a really good game versus the Chiefs every time. He's always flying around.
He's like an insignificant turd unless he's playing the Chiefs, right?
You absolutely hate Josie Jewell right now.
I hate his name, but...
Can I bring this up from today? We just had this going today. Appreciate you, TGZ. I popped that off there so we can get this up here. Let me see. Here we go. David Bakhtiari actually tweeted Patrick Mahomes today. Did you catch that on X?
No.
He says, hey, Mahomes, if your Texas Tech beats my Colorado Buffaloes football team, I'll come play left tackle for you.
I like it.
Do you like that?
I do.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of cool. I think he's shooting his shot, you know? He's like, hey, guys, I'm here.
So that makes you wonder if the Chiefs not even toyed with that idea.
Well, he's not going to be here because they won. So apparently he's not coming. We can put that one out. But, yeah, it sounds like to me that Bakhtiari's still out there trying to be like, hey, guys, I'm available. You know, maybe I'll talk to the players now over the coaches. But this is what a lot of, Chiefs Kingdom's been talking about. A lot of just fans in general asking about why is David Bakhtiari not being signed? Why is this not happening? Why is that not happening? And I feel like there's just something there in the upper management of all teams, maybe doctors, maybe there's an injury report got out, but it just don't feel like Bakhtiari's a candidate for
I don't think it's a real thing, is it?
Yeah, it kind of feels weird, though, because we heard in the offseason that he had the knee surgery. The reason it didn't go as planned was they botched it a little bit. It didn't heal properly. He tried to come back. He had to go back out. But they said it's all been completely corrected. So with that in mind, if it's been completely corrected, the dude is still, I get it, he's like 32, 31, 33, somewhere in that range, early 30s. He's not that ancient. I mean, we brought in Donovan Smith last year, and he was 32, 33. So it's like he's not that ancient, and technically because he's had these injuries, he's actually played less football, which means he should be a little bit less football battled.
Well, maybe he just doesn't want to play anymore. Maybe they were knocking on his door, and he was just like...
Go away, Peyton! Damn it.
That's impossible. It's impossible. He's begging Patrick Mahomes to let him play.
Is that what's going on? But yeah, man, like I was talking about, I think that Bo Nix can get out with his legs a little bit, so the Chiefs kind of got to contain him somewhat. It's not like he's Lamar Jackson, but he has had some success with his legs. Other than that, man, in the passing game, they've had a little bit of success with Cortland Sutton, like kind of back and forth, though. It's like you don't know which week there's going to be a connection there, which week there's not. They don't really have any other receivers worth noting. Their run game hasn't been very great. Williams never really panned out to be what they thought he was going to be. Audric Estime is very big and very slow. So, I don't know, man.
They drafted the kid from Notre Dame.
Yeah.
I remember Audric Estime come out in the draft, and I don't remember exactly what I wrote up about him, but he's powerful. He kind of reminded me of like a poor man's like Jerome Bettis or something like that. But, I mean, he actually did well at his pro day. But do they use him a lot there? Or I don't even know their lead back in Denver. That's how kind of insignificant they've been.
Javonte Williams, isn't it?
Wasn't it? Yeah, I thought. But
I don't know. He kind of disappeared.
They're so like just insignificant. Like they've been off my radar for so long because they've just been complete trash.
They're trying to build back. Like we talked about this 2
I'll
years
give
ago.
them credit. Yeah, they're
when they got
moving
Sean
in the right
Payton
direction.
we thought, hey, maybe in a few years, give Sean Payton a few years, they might be somewhat competitive, right? That's kind of what we thought. But
Nikki, I'm sorry. Mine wasn't a cold, though. Turns out it was just a bad allergy situation. I went to the doctor, got a lot of allergy stuff. And look, I deal with that 24/7. Like, it's all year round. I deal with allergies, but sometimes they flare up worse. But I'm sorry you caught a cold. I hate that for you. But this is kind of like cold season, right? When temperatures start changing, people start feeling weird. I don't know.
Right.
What's the weather in KC? Is it going to be a nice game tomorrow at least? It's been piss pouring rain here all day. It's felt horrible.
I haven't checked the weather on the game.
Every time I went
tomorrow.
outside, I thought a Dracula was going to come bite my head off. Like, that's what it feels like.
We can take a look at what the Broncos have done this season. Get into the regular season here. They only lost by 6 to the Seahawks in week 1. They lost to the Steelers by 7 in week 2. In week 3, they beat the Buccaneers 26-7, so far more handily than we did. The Broncos beat the Jets by 1. They blew the Raiders out, which we could not do. They lost to the Chargers by 7. They beat the Saints by 23, which is something else we couldn't do. And then the Broncos blew out the Panthers.
Steve, I see you taking a lot of backhanded shots at the Chiefs. Do you think that we're going to lose this game by about 21?
No.
By the way you're talking.
That's not what I'm saying, but I'm just saying, like, we talk about the Broncos being insignificant and just sucking, but at the same time, they're putting teams away that we couldn't. But they've also lost to a couple teams.
Everybody puts teams away that we don't. We haven't put a team away in 6 years. That don't take away from all of our Super Bowls.
Right, but anyway, last game they played, though, they did get their ass handed to them by the Ravens. So I think that's been their one big blow they've had.
What was the
season.
Ravens game? 41?
41-10. So like they've had a pretty good season so far. They're 5-4. So by Denver's standards, they're in a good spot, right? But like, what do you think?
Well, I don't know.
They're coming off of getting their ass handed to them on national television. So you think
look,
that, and they're playing the Chiefs. It's
they're probably a little fired up. They're fired up. The game's at Arrowhead. They're probably fired up to come into Arrowhead. They want to kind of be like play spoiler. I get it. I just don't think they're ready. I don't think they're ready for the limelight. Now, look, what could catch them off is that the Chiefs not played a noon game in so long that the Chiefs may be half asleep. They may be sleeping through the first half of that game. Who knows? But let's hope not. If you looked at the title of this live today, Chiefs have an over an 80.
96?
If I could speak today, it would be great. The Chiefs have over a 96% chance of doing this with a win over the Broncos, Steve. Any guesses as to what that is?
No.
If they beat the Broncos, they're already estimated to have over a 96% chance to win the AFC West in Week 10. And I think their number 1 seed goes up to close to 70% already to lock up a number 1 seed.
Well, it's not surprising. If they take care of business against the Broncos, and they've already beat everyone in the AFC West once. And then they're going to be 9-0, yet to lose a game. So, yeah, I mean, that makes perfect sense. I think a lot of people have been talking about how the Chiefs are already in the driver's seat in the AFC West. They hadn't even played Denver yet.
Right. I think right now they're at 96% or somewhere near it right this second because of what they think that's going to happen tomorrow. But if they win, they're over that. I mean, obviously. You have to win the West. This is what Andy says. You got to win your division, then you win your conference. That's the first goal of the year, right? Yeah. So I think this is going to be a big game for them. I think with them knowing that, hey, look, guys, we're 96%. We're going to be over that if we win this game. Andy's going to be like, look, let's go take care of business. Let's knock this out in Week 10. Just in case something bad happens. We've dealt with a lot of crap. It could continue to snowball on us. Who knows? Like, you can never take nothing for granted in this league. And I think Andy will preach that to everybody. I think the players are starting to see it from an outside perspective. But, dude, how great is it going to be that you've literally almost locked up the entire AFC West? We haven't got Pacheco back. He's not played since week 2. You haven't got Omenihu to even play a snap on the season yet. And we've already clinched the AFC West. This is insane what the Chiefs are doing this year.
You're officially over halfway through the season. You haven't taken an L yet. So.
And the Chiefs just continue to get disrespected by pundits and idiots on X saying that the Lions this and the Lions. The Lions play cupcakes all year, bro. As we get ready to play the Broncos.
Bryant Williamson with the 2-bomb says, hear ye, hear ye.
Hear ye.
27-20, Chiefs, baby. Let's go. I like it. Mike, we'll get into some predictions here in a minute, but appreciate the 2-bomb, Bryant.
I've got a hot take prediction.
What's your hot take prediction?
Yeah, it's for the game. It's a hot take game MVP prediction. So excited to get that one out in a minute.
Oh, you're not
gonna
going to
be
say it
fun.
right now. You're going to make us wait.
I'm not going to give you my game prediction. We're not doing game predictions yet.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like one of those.
You want me to
random
run?
things.
You want to
I
run the
thought
segment?
you said a hot take prediction, so I just figured it was something like, Justin Watson's going to have 200 yards receiving or something stupid, you know?
That would be the worst game prediction ever.
That's what I thought you meant by a hot take prediction. Sorry.
Justin Watson's wife is not even going to predict that.
Yeah. So another thing I wanted to talk about for this game coming up is, can Kansas City continue to win on third down and in the red zone? Because there for a while, Mike, that was like the Achilles heel of the Chiefs, getting to the red zone, stalling out, taking 3 from Butker. Also had some trouble with third downs. The last few weeks, man, they've been spot on. I think against the Buccaneers, they were like 12 of 14 on third down. Patrick Mahomes was going ham. And of course, they're cashing in when they're in the red zone. Do you think they're getting to a point to where they're getting that out of their system? Do you think that's something they continue to do against Denver, even though Denver has a good defense?
Look, I don't think, look, they've been a little better, but look, 2 games ago, it was the Raiders. And like you said, they couldn't put the Raiders away. They didn't really score a lot of touchdowns in that game. Like they didn't really get over the hump as much. They looked better. Last week, going against Tampa, Tampa's got a pretty good defense, but not great. Denver's got a defense better than both of those 2 teams, in my opinion. So I think this is another week where they kind of struggle to put points on the board. I really do. I think it's crazy if you think the Chiefs are going to score over 30 this week. We've not done that consistently, and I just feel like Denver's a weird game to try to say it. Now, could they do it? Absolutely. You never know. A lot of people said last week that Kareem Hunt couldn't run on the Bucs. I wasn't one of them. Okay, so
Yeah, how many
can
times
be
are you going to
things
remind
happen.
us of that?
I want to remind people a lot of times because this year I've had to take a lot of L's, and I've admitted my L's, but I'll hold on to that dub forever. Okay.
Yeah. Who was it? Somebody David says that the Chiefs don't have the budget for Bakhtiari.
The Chiefs have the budget for anybody they want, depending on how much they want to maneuver certain players' contracts.
That's true. That's all it's about.
That's all
right?
they got to do. You can mess around with a little bit of Joe Tooney's contract. You can mess around with a little bit of whoever. I think they did Juwan Taylor already. You can mess with Joe Tooney. You can mess with a few guys, free up millions of dollars instantly. All you got to do is add on a little bit of a,
But what's Bakhtiari going to garner at this point? A bag of flaming hot Cheetos?
right. What's he actually probably get? $1 million to come in and play the rest of the season? What I mean, at this point, this dude, if you just say, look, you can play, he might just come play for free just to do it. I don't know. He sounds bored.
He's baiting, Mike. Flapjack City with the 2 bomb says KC 72, Denver 0. Mahomes benched at the start of second half. We're going to see some
Flapjack.
Carson Wentz action, baby.
Flapjack, this is the most horned up I've ever seen Flapjack this season. He's been kind of down on Mahomes and
Now,
our
I don't know.
offense.
Right after they went out and traded for D-Hop, I think he was full mast.
Is D-Hop like the guy? Is he the one that got to full mast here?
D-Hop got him horned up.
Hop. D-Hornt. Let's go.
D-Hornt, man. But yeah, is there anything that you see in this game, this particular matchups that you want to watch? I think I brought up yesterday. I kind of want to see if they try to shadow D-Hop with Pat Surtain, or if we can move D-Hop around a little bit and get some mismatches. Is there anything in particular that you really want to watch in this game?
Yeah, I want to see, and there's one particular receiver I want to see if this week he can start to get it together a little bit better than what we've seen. And he's not done bad so far, and that's rookie wide receiver Xavier Worthy. I thought he's looked pretty good, but the week before we went out and got D-Hop, and maybe even the first week with D-Hop, they wanted to feature him more in the wide receiver 1 row, and they wanted to give him more stuff, and it looked to be a little bit over his head. It looked like he wasn't prepared for it. But I think we heard him yesterday talking about how he's been shadowing D-Hop. He's been learning from him. This is now 2.5 weeks of practice and games with D-Hop. He's been sitting in the room. I feel like they're ready to start getting him a little bit more involved and doing other things. I want to see if Xavier Worthy can actually start taking advantage of what the defenses are having to focus on with Travis Kelce and now D-Hop. I think Worthy may be poised to get in the end zone again this week. I think that might happen this week.
Yeah, it's about time, right? Like I feel like Xavier Worthy started
It's about
off.
time.
He started off pretty heavy there early on, getting a couple tutties and stuff, and he's kind of faded a little. So it might be time for that to come back around. And there's some horns that I can't hear, baby.
Let's go.
Because we got a freaking 10 bomb from Gamer Player. Who
You
says,
really can't hear the
baby.
horns.
No, I can't. I don't know why. It's weird.
I heard him perfectly as soon as you click the button.
It says, I caught alive. So happy. I think the Donks are my most hated team. You're right there with Michael.
Yeah,
Mike
I
hates
am.
the Donkeys more than anybody.
There's just something about it. It's just hideous. And you know what really pissed me off, Steve?
What?
The only thing I wanted to do as a child is I wanted to play football. I just wanted to play football, man. They didn't have football
Mike,
in grade
you
school.
don't have to tell the story again.
I'm going
We're
to.
talking about our uniforms.
Yeah. Football in grade school, and I'm playing football in grade school, and it's fine. I played middle school football, and then I'm like, this middle school football kind of sucks, dude. Like, they didn't do nothing. It was horrible. And then I get to high school, and I'm like, I'm ready to go, baby. We get in there in the first freaking uniform. They modeled it after the freaking Terrell Davis Denver Bronco uniforms with the blue jersey with the orange going up the armpits.
When we go to a high school that is colors
We're
orange
the
and
Cougars,
blue, you
bro.
knew it was coming.
We're the Cougars. Model it after Penn State. They
did.
stole their logo. So why do you have to steal? Why do you have to steal
They
Denver's
literally
ugly ass uniforms?
They literally took Penn State and Denver's uniforms and crushed them together.
Dude,
bro.
I didn't even want to play. I almost quit the team when they pulled out that ugly ass uniform, bro. I didn't want to be associated with the Broncos. So you know what I did? I wore the DT headband underneath my helmet every game. Yeah. Suck it. Chiefs, baby.
That's so funny. Appreciate the 10 gamer player. Glad you could finally catch a live, by the way. Good to see you, my man. We see
Appreciate
you supporting
you,
on the videos, though, so thanks for that as well.
All the way from Lenexa, Kansas.
Show him some love in the chat. Show him some love in the chat. But, okay, one matchup that I want to talk about real quick before we get into predictions, and something I brought up just briefly a minute ago. They are the second heaviest blitzing team in football, and we have Wanye Morris. And they already pointed out that that's their number one target, that he's the biggest weakness.
Wanye, yep.
How do you think the Chiefs are going to handle the pressure? Do you think that Wanye is going to have trouble? They're going to have to give him a lot of help? Do you think it could be a game where Patrick Mahomes running for his life? Or do you think it's just a typical thing where Mahomes just doesn't really stay in the pocket much anyway, and he's going to get hit a couple times?
Right. Well, look, let's talk about Wanye first. Wanye, in my opinion, last week had a few snaps where he just completely sucked. He struggled last week, and on a few snaps. Take those few snaps out, though, and the other 95% of snaps, he actually played pretty well. I thought his technique and everything looked a lot better last week than it had in weeks past. But again, he's just a young guy that isn't experienced at left tackle, and you're going to go up and you're going to lose. And that's what's going to happen, and that's what we knew was going to happen with Kingsley, and that's why we thought it's been so weird that Kingsley just got the doghouse. So it's just kind of odd. But I'll say that I think Wanye will hold up decently well. I mean, it's not going to look any worse or any better. I think it's going to be exactly what you got. Now, look, could Denver and their DC come out and, channel their inner Spags maybe, and they scheme up something that puts a lot more pressure on him? Maybe they do more stunts, get in his head, send corners from his direction, send linebackers off the edge, something to confuse him. That is a very good possibility. But I'm not going to worry about Wanye. I don't think it's enough that would influence the game, in my opinion. I think as long as Patrick Mahomes will stay in the pocket, and here's what I'll say about Mahomes too. Over the past few weeks, he's got less dancy in the pocket. He's actually not tried to escape the pocket. He stood in there a few more times, and he's been rewarded for it a few more times. He's still taking a lot of sacks. Well, I say that, but he's not evading a lot of sacks this year like he was in years past. And I think he's forcing himself to sit in the pocket a little more. I think that was one of the things that was messing with his mechanics, because we were all being like, look, you don't trust his tackles. He's getting outside the tackle box. He's getting outside too quick. I think he's trying to force himself in there, and I think it's good and bad. We don't want him to take hits, but it's forcing him to keep his eyes on the receiver and trust the tackles a little bit. And I think that gives tackles a little bit of confidence too. If you're a left tackle or right tackle struggling and your quarterback just wants to run because they don't trust you, that makes you feel like crap too. So I think it all kind of works together. And I don't think Wanye will be a problem tomorrow. I don't think it's going to be enough to influence the game.
Right. Well, one thing that I would look at is Matt Nagy and Andy Reid, knowing that they like to blitz 1 out of 3 plays. Is that something that you take into account? And in the game plan, let's do some delayed screens to Kareem Hunt, some things like that, just to defeat that blitz.
Would love it.
Screen out the Xavier Worthy, like
Steve,
different
Kareem
things
Hunt,
like
that's
that.
one thing we've not saw with him. When he was with the Chiefs his first run, pre-Browns days, they used him in the passing game a lot. And since he's come back, we've not seen that as much. Now, we did see him throw out a few, I think it was maybe 2 last week that he caught. Maybe only 1.
Right, but it's not been like it used to be.
It's not been like it used to be, but that would be nice to be able to bring that back. I also think getting Pacheco back, Pacheco can now be used in that direction more. I would love to see Clyde Edwards-Helaire kind of come back to this defense. I'd like to see Clyde maybe come back to this offense if he can offer that, because we've seen that from Clyde last week a little bit. He was a little bit, not last week, last year. I cannot talk tonight. Clyde last year was a little bit of a spark plug. What's happening? You listening
hear
for
that?
Clyde? No.
Do you hear the footsteps?
No.
The
You getting
pitchfork
attacked by a
crowd.
ghost.
The pitchfork crowd is coming for you.
Oh.
Don't mention Clyde
Well,
Edwards-Helaire
here's why.
in this offense.
Because Clyde last year, actually, when he played a little bit late in the season, he was a little bit of a spark plug in the pass game. And if we're not going to use that, and look, P. Ryan, I don't think has been as good in the pass game as we all thought he was going to be. I think we can all be completely honest with that. Now,
Who,
look,
P.
is it
Ryan?
his fault?
Oh,
Maybe
PP?
not. Yeah, I mean, he's probably not, integrated in as much as he'd like to be, but
Yeah,
he
no.
stopped running on a few routes. He's had a drop or two here and there. Like, it's not been like a seamless little transition there. So I would not be opposed for Clyde to finally getting back and playing a little bit and just see what kind of dynamic that can add to it. And if it sucks, it sucks. Put him right back where where he's at.
I'm right there with you, Mike. I wouldn't mind seeing Clyde utilize more in the pass game anyway. If he
Did you
does,
get to watch any of the Clyde interview
no,
with Ryan Clark the other day?
no, sure didn't.
Clyde opened up about a lot of stuff. He opened up about his PTSD. He opened up about lots of things, man, that I didn't think Clyde was going to talk about or could be in a position to speak about.
Talk about his
And
love for fashion.
I don't know. I don't think he talked about that much. But he talks about how Kelsey has been a huge friend to him the whole time. He checks on him all the time. And, like, dude, you can tell there's like a brothership there between a lot of these guys. And I think a lot of people in the offseason, when Clyde's gone, Clyde needs to go, and we're like, Clyde's going to be here. I think when you hear that and how they speak in the locker room and what we see behind the scenes, you understand why Clyde stays around like he does. And I feel like he's a good dude, and I feel like everybody should watch that. It was a great interview. I thought Clyde opened up about a lot of stuff. It was awesome.
Yep. Bryant Williamson with the 5 bombs says, appreciate the town cry, Steve. Y'all keep up the good content. Appreciate the gas, Bryant Williamson. Hear ye. Hear ye.
Hey.
We ain't done that in a long time, You have to bring it back out every now and then. Flapjack with the 2 bombs says, the addition of D-Hop gave me my blue chew back, baby. He found a whole bottle and took it at once. Or do they just come in a little package? You just get one out.
It's been going, 2.5 weeks now, just snorting straight wiener dope to the dome.
Dude,
He's fired up. He's probably running around naked outside of his neighborhood right now somewhere.
Hey, it is what it is. I think everybody's a little dehorned, if you know what I mean. Gamer player with another 10 bombs says, hey, I won $1,700 betting big on D-Hop. Sorry, I can't read. And Mahomes last week. Horned like you wouldn't believe.
There you go.
Here's some of that love. Appreciate you, my man.
Appreciate you, man.
Sharing the wealth. What was the bet that you made, gamer player?
D-Hop anytime touchdown? D-Hop, I don't know what he did, but
I want to know. I'm intrigued now.
that's a D-Hop kind of day, huh?
I appreciate it, though, gamer player. Y'all throw some legendaries in the chat for him.
You think D-Hop scores another receiving touchdown this week?
Mm-hmm.
You think he's back? You think he's going to go 2 weeks in a row here?
Honestly, the way that he looked last week, and if they keep utilizing him that way, I feel like he could score a touchdown every week.
He said it was a parlay, 75 yards and a touchdown, so he hit them both.
Nice. That was a
Pretty
good one,
good, man.
though. That was smart, actually, because I thought that D-Hop was going to have
You
a
said
game.
D-Hop was going to have a good game.
I felt it, too.
We
I felt
both
it down
kinda
in my
had the finger on the pulse
plums.
last week. You said D-Hop was going to have a good one. I thought Kareem Hunt would have a good one, and we both said Kelsey would have a good one.
Yeah.
And that was the 3 guys. And again, going forward, that's got to be the 3 guys this week, does it not?
Right.
I think
Well,
that's just your formula.
Like I said, Mike, I feel it down in my plums with D-Hop.
Oh, God.
I do.
I can feel it all the way down in my plums, getting all swollen, with a light blue hue to them, fresh and juicy, ready for the picking. Hey, that plum looks good. Can I trade it for your Twinkie? Let the juice spill down my chin. You know what I mean?
Yeah, baby.
I know what
go.
you mean.
Feel it in my
Getting
plums.
pumped up.
I think D-Hop could have another touchdown. I do. Let's go ahead and get into some game predictions. But before we do that, I just want to say thanks for being here at the Saturday Night Tailgate. It is Donkeys Week, baby. We're going to be playing the Broncos. Tomorrow, we'll get a noon game, the rare, ever elusive noon game for the Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium. But appreciate you guys being here. Hit the like button for us. It just takes a second. Also, if you're watching on X, make sure to share this out to your followers or repost it, whatever they call it. And then Facebook, share it with your friends. Hit that like button. Have some fun. Another thing that I want to bring up, though, because it is getting close to the holiday season. Okay? We're right here in the middle. We're to the bulk of it. I think there's a
Holiday
Christmas.
season.
Mike, I'm putting the Christmas tree up. I'm just going ahead and calling it
You're not
now.
even going to wait till Thanksgiving this year.
No,
huh?
no. I mean, if I'm gonna go through trouble putting up all those decorations, it might as well be there a minute. You know?
I've still got horror stalkers back here trying to kill me in the
So,
background. You're trying to throw the tree up.
Since we're getting close to that, and you want to give yourself time to get it in the mail, go to our store, merch.allchiefedup.com, because we have put back out the beautiful Christmas sweaters, the Merry Chiefsmas. There's a hoodie
wish you had a picture
and a
of it,
sweater.
but
I
you
don't
don't.
have one on me right now. You can go to our X and share it if you want. I posted
Let me go
on
find
there.
it on X and I'll bring it up for
But
you.
if you use the code ACU Santa, you get 20% off of everything in the store. Okay? And that's going to be going on till the end of 2024. So go get those Christmas freaking hoodies and sweatshirts.
I honestly didn't know what you were going to make the promo code. I thought it was going to be like Suck It Santa. Just anything like, like we would come up with. Let me see. I found it. I'll show everybody this.
Yeah, you
These
gotta
were a
get one
hit
of
last
these.
year, man. People loved them.
Got to get one while you can. That way you can be wearing it around Christmas.
We
and
sold
make your
tons
friends
of
jealous,
these last
baby.
year, man. People love these things. They were wearing them to
Gotta get
Christmas
it.
parties, sending us pictures. They were with their family. On the back of it, it says "Suck It." No, I'm joking. It don't.
It does not.
It just says "Merry Chief Smith." It's kind of good. You can get it in the hoodie. You can get it in just the normal old
Right,
sweater.
and the promo code ACU Santa 20% off. You can use that on anything in the store. It's not just these, but I just wanted to let people know these are available because they were highly requested last year, and they're available. Get one that way you can have it for the holidays.
Yeah, the website, Steve, for everybody. They're asking. Here we go. We'll bring it up right here.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
Chiefers on it. Chiefers on it, baby.
Merch.allchiefedup.com. Chiefers got Nightbot just rolling in here, baby. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, Steve. Okay, well, I guess we can get into some predictions. You want to go first this year? What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me today? Before we go any further, what is
struggling.
wrong
You're
with me? Let's diagnose this. What is wrong with me?
I'm gonna say old is one of the symptoms.
That's a good symptom. I think tired is in there. Idiotic is probably right at the top of the chart.
I can't say some certain things that I wanted to say.
That's mean. There's just no respect here for the older sibling. Bro.
Yeah, I'll go first though, for real.
Please do.
I think I'm gonna keep it under the 30-point mark. I'm with you. I don't think this is the week the Chiefs go out and just blow up the scoreboard. And since I'm saying that, they probably will, and that's cool too. But Denver does have a good defense. I still think the Chiefs win this game. Being at home, they're the far and away better team here. Got an inexperienced rookie quarterback coming into Arrowhead for the first time ever.
I like it.
So, I mean, he's going to be shook. I'm going to keep it just under 30. I'm going to say 27-10 Chiefs. I think our defense shows back up this week and proves a point because they did not look that great against the Buccaneers last week. And they are good, and I think that got to them a little bit. Now they're playing the Donkeys at home. I think that offense has struggled all year. They're going to contain Bo Nix from running. He's going to be shook. 27-10. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah, they got that 35-year-old QB, that rookie QB.
He looks like he's 45, bro.
Dude, I'm telling you. Who you doing player of the game? MVP. Who you giving it to?
Oh, yeah. Let's go. Travis Kelce. I want to go Travis Kelce.
That's a good one.
Like he's had 2 really good weeks back to back, and I think this week he continues that trend. And I also think he gets into the end zone, maybe twice.
Okay, I'm with you. I think the Chiefs' defense is going to look a lot better this week at Arrowhead. I think that Chris Jones has had a little bit of a slide. His pass rushing grade has only been like a 69 or something for the past 3 games. It's been a little low.
Well, they are hammering him too.
Right. He still leads
yeah.
all defensive interior players with like a 91 something defensive pass rush grade. So I think his time's there. I think Josh Uche is going to get to play a little bit more this week, which I'm surprised. Or I'm not surprised. I'm pleased about it.
Bobby Uche.
Here's another one. I think George continues to do good things this week. George is kind of coming on recently, like big time. Also, Mike Dan is supposed to get back and play a little bit. So I think that with all that coming together, I do believe the defense plays a little more solid this week. And I think they hold Denver to 13. So now here's my thing. How much is the Chiefs going to score? And I'm not going to be able to hit the 30 mark. And I don't even think that we score many touchdowns because I think Andy doesn't have to. I think the score is going to be 23-13. I think we're going to score 2 touchdowns, and then you're going to see a big 3-for-3 day from Butker. I think Butker's just going to, pile it on. And I'll say Butker probably going to be the MVP because he's going to go 3 for 3. But do you need Butker to be the MVP? No, probably not. So I think it's going to be Worthy. I think Xavier Worthy is going to have a good game tomorrow. I think Xavier Worthy will be over 50 yards, maybe somewhere in that 50, 60. He may even catch a deep bomb. And I'm going to give him a touchdown tomorrow. So I'll say Worthy, Butker, Chiefs 23-13. And yeah, I think it's going to be one of those games that don't feel like a barn burner. But at the end of the day, we win by 10, and it wasn't all that close either, right?
Right. So a lot of people in the chat, yeah, make sure to put your all's predictions in the chat too. I want to see what you guys have to say. Sam Lofton with the 27-24. Got a Facebook user. It says 24-17. We have 27-10 from Gamer Player, so he's right there with me, baby. Let's go. And then 30-10, Nikki. Gary Holland with the 27-17. 28-13, Young Craze. Actually, Gamer Player recanted his. He said 27-0. We need a shutout. And then I have some other guys in the chat saying they're going to shut out the Donkeys. Mike, what do you think the chances are that the Chiefs really get back into the swing of it this week defensively and just shut the Donkeys completely out?
I'd love to see a shutout, but I just don't know how. I don't know. I feel like there's just times where, like, especially going up against a guy like Sean Payton.
To not even let a team into field goal range all game is
right.
Pretty,
it's tough. It's tough because Sean Payton is a good head coach when it comes to like schemes and things like that. So even if our players are playing their best, I mean, look last week you had Liam Cohen. By the way, that was the Bucs offensive coordinator. Steve, we know him because he's been our offensive coordinator, QB coach at UK 2 separate occasions.
And he's good. He's really good.
Dude, he won a Super Bowl with the Rams and Sean McVay. The dude schemed a lot of good stuff last week, and some of those plays that everybody was like, "Hey, man, our defense was bad."
That's a guy I would love to see if Matt Nagy goes somewhere else.
Yeah, they're blowing this, they're blowing that, dude. He set up a lot of good offensive plays that just put our defense in bad spots. And there's nothing you can do about that. That's called they get paid to be football geniuses too. We're not the only ones. Right. So I think Sean Payton is that kind of guy. He's a nice offensive mastermind. I think he's going to at least be able to get him in the field goal range.
Yeah, the shutout's going to be tough. I would love to see it, of course. I think.
Plus, you've got to think about this. To get a shutout, you can't have any fluke like fumbles. You can't have no fluke interceptions. You can't have no fluke special team plays. Like everything's got to run very perfectly to get a shutout. And as much as I would love to see it, sometimes shutouts aren't even on the defense. Sometimes defenses can't help it if, somebody goes out and fumbles it on the 10-yard line.
Or a pick six or something like that.
Right, you never know. So, yeah, sometimes defenses can't control that.
Right, Harmon Maka, I hope I'm saying that right, with the five bomb. Or it could be Mocha. But either way, it's a cool name. He says Chiefs 23, the Donkeys 18. So
I like that score. I think it's going to be kind of close. I don't think it's going to feel like I don't feel like we'll be like in trouble. Like there's not going to be any time where we're like biting our nails, but I don't think it's going to be like a 50-point game either. Like I just don't see it. I hope I'm wrong. I'd love to see it. But we just don't get that a lot. Patrick said it himself, man. It's for good TV.
Yeah, I'm starting to think he does it on purpose, bro. I really am. After he made that comment, and it just continues to happen. It looks like he might be doing it intentionally. He's that damn good.
He is. Yeah, Sam's asking. He says his wife wants one of those sleep masks. Is it a Manta mask? It is. And we're going to take a few seconds and we're going to play our Manta ad because Manta supports the channel. So take 2 seconds, watch this for us. And again, I recommend it, dude, because they sent them to me and they are sick, dude. Like, these are some of the best. Like, I thought I wouldn't even like a sleep mask, and they were awesome. So I'll play this up. You guys give us a few seconds. We'll be right back.
And don't go anywhere. And hit the like button, too, because we'll give away a poster when we get back.
Yeah, we're going to give away a poster when we get back. Here we go. Today's show is sponsored by Manta Sleep Mask. You got to check this out. This sleep mask is going to change your life. We all know how important sleep is for recovery. And if you want to be at your best physically and mentally, you got to get some sleep. And not just any sleep. You got to get some high quality sleep. We weren't big believers in sleep masks. I thought they were going to be too big, too hot, too bulky. But Manta Sleep Mask changed that perception for me. These sleep masks are so comfortable. You can change the cup around your eye and find a custom fit. That way the mask finds your comfortability. With these pillows around your eyes, you feel zero pressure. And with the 100% blackout technology, you can go to sleep anytime, day or night, no matter how erratic your sleep schedule is. These masks are designed for side sleepers as well, and that is very important. There are so many options that Manta Sleep offers too. One of our favorites is the Manta Sleep Mask Sound. It comes equipped with a razor-thin Bluetooth headphone, again, optimized for side sleepers. The headphones are super easy to adjust, and it just becomes a heavenly submersive experience that blocks out the world and allows you to get some high-quality sleep. You can go with the Sound Mask, the Pro Mask, the Silk Mask, or just the Sleep Mask. You should go check out their website by clicking the link we have provided for you in the description below and read up on which option sounds best for you. But regardless of which mask you choose, use our code ACU10 at checkout and receive a 10% discount that we have secured through Manta Sleep for you, Chiefs Kingdom. We understand how tiring it is defending the back-to-back world champions. We also know there are countless non-football knowers out there talking trash to the Chiefs 24/7, and with these, you can block them out and get rested up for the coveted three-peat. Again, go to the description, find the link, find the mask you want to try out, use code ACU10, and get yourself some of the best sleep you've ever had in preparation of this long football season. Where am I? This is true blackout technology, people. Appreciate you guys watching that for us, man. The Manta Sleep Mask, Steve. Miklo, what's Miklo saying? I can't sleep with the light in my eyes. These masks are legit. The best mask on the market. I have had 2 pairs from Manta for a couple years now. Can't sleep without them. Steve, look, they sent me the Manta Sleep, the sound one. I'm going to open it for the first time here. And check this out. I've never opened this one before. Like, you can still see the stuff in the box. I've used the other one. The other one was the Manta Sleep Pro, but check out this one. This is super awesome. It's got like a built-in, these are speakers, dude. You slide them to wherever you want. These are so sick. Like, these are high quality, man. They work. They're awesome. I'm super excited to be partnered with Manta Sleep because if anybody likes sleep, Steve, that's us, dude.
It is. And we don't just partner up with anybody, so.
No.
They got
usually
legit
gambling
stuff,
places, right? That's the only people that want to sponsor sports is like gambling stuff. I don't get it.
Look, but we're all old men here.
I'm an old man. I want to sponsor my sleep mask, bro.
Yeah, man. So
Shout
I'm
out
excited.
Manta, by the way.
Yeah, I'm excited about the game tomorrow, man. It's is this the first time we've got to play the Donkeys since the flu game where they beat us? I believe it is.
I think it might be, dude.
It's time to get back in the game, baby. We got to get back on that streak of never letting the Donkeys win, right?
Yeah. For real.
That was a brutal
You know
loss.
what's funny in the chat, dude?
What?
The Chiefs fan says, Cole tries to keep us up with his coffee and now ACU's trying to put us to
No,
sleep.
you got it backwards, bro. We're just trying to get you good sleep, and then Cole's trying to get you awake with the coffee and have a good day.
Janae says Cole wants us to be zombies or something. Yeah, he's trying to, look, he's like, stay awake, watch me. And I'm like, dude, take a break. Like, we give you all the info you need, go take a nap.
We're working together here. You get a good night's sleep, you wake up, you drink some of his coffee, and you have a day, baby. You have yourself a day.
There you go. We're all working together here. We're trying to make everybody rested and just fired up for the 3P, baby.
Yeah, for sure. I'm fired up for the game tomorrow, man. It's we're gonna be hanging out here at my place, right? With you and Pops and everybody having a good time watching the game. It's gonna be a good time.
We're gonna have a good time.
It's a good day to
I'm
have
excited.
a good day.
Dude, did you think it was already like, isn't it crazy? It's already week 10. We're like
It's
3 weeks from
crazy.
Thanksgiving. Like, this is nuts. Like, time is too fast once you get old. I always thought
Yeah,
when I was
it
a
just
kid,
speeds
I was
up,
like,
bro.
dude, yeah, I was like, dude, one of these days, man, you'll be old enough to do stuff. And then now I'm like, if it don't slow down, I'm going to have one foot in the grave already. Like, it's just, it won't quit, dude.
We already do.
Just slow down a minute. Can we just chill?
Yeah, man. So somebody else mentioned earlier they think Kareem Hunt needs to have a big day tomorrow. Do you think Kareem Hunt continues his reign of terror?
I do.
Since he's on
I
the-
mean,
yeah.
Denver's got a pretty good defense, but I think they'll use Kareem Hunt enough. I think he probably gets to that 15, 20 carries again. And I think Kareem seems to get stronger as the game goes on. Like, he's that guy. If you put it on his back, he'll go pick it up for you, man. And I like that about Kareem Hunt. So I think he goes between 50 and 75 yards tomorrow, and I think he maybe gets in the end zone. I'm going to say our 2 touchdowns come from either Worthy or Kelsey, and Kareem Hunt, I'll give him the other one. So I think I'm going to let D-Hop take a day off since he got 2 last week.
Yeah, Gamer Player says in the chat that Cole hates Kansans.
Kansans? I don't. I love people from Kansas. I love
yeah,
people
me
from
too.
Missouri.
But
I have no dog in that fight.
Don't let him fool you. He lived on the Kansas side for some time, so don't let him fool you.
He hates his own people. Huh? We're discovering something here today, ladies and gentlemen.
Dun dun dun.
Can't trust him.
You got to watch him now.
You got to watch that guy. He'll come get you. He'll get you.
Man.
Steve, let's give away a poster.
Let's do it.
Everybody in the chat.
Let's hashtag suck it today. Hashtag suck it.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
for the
let's go with
Broncos,
it.
baby. You got to everybody reach down deep in your heart and tell the donkeys to suck it in the chat. Hashtag suck it. And that's how we're going to give away a poster today.
I like that.
Yeah. I mean, why not? But yeah, we're giving away one poster. Do us a favor, though. Since we're giving away a poster, make sure to hit the like button if you haven't. Help this,
Yes.
help this get out to more of a crowd, more people to watch this later, all that good stuff. Help us out a little bit. Help your boys out.
And by the way, we appreciate you guys watching. This has been a wild season, man. We've been trying to come up with ways to get you guys more content here and there. We're kicking around some ideas right now. It may be random stuff. It may be more of this, more of that. We're still trying to figure it out. But we're trying to get more and more stuff going together. It's just been a little bit of a wild season, Steve. Hasn't it felt like every week after the game, we've just been waiting all week long to see who's the next guy on IR? Who are we going to have to bring up from the practice squad? Are we going to trade this week because we've got holes everywhere? It's just been wild. So it's been super it's been eventful, don't get me wrong, but it's also kind of put you on edge because as people like us that create content, you're waiting all day for the other foot to drop. So like when we create a piece of content, we're like, Brett Veach about to blow that up. Any second now it's about to blow it up. So now we're just we're rolling with the flow. Now that the trade deadline's over, it probably calms down just a little bit, hopefully. And hopefully the injury thing's done, dude. But we do appreciate you guys watching with us all year long. This has been fun. We appreciate all the likes, all the times that you guys share the videos. We appreciate you guys sitting through the ads, like that Manta Sleep ad. Like, I get it. It's not fun to watch a minute and a half of an ad. I don't want to do it either, but that's what sponsors the channel and keeps us growing and keeps us getting out more content, man. So it's just things we got to do. And we appreciate you guys for just sitting through it and being troopers about it. And yeah, if that's something that you think you would like, go, use our code. That also helps us. So just several things, man. We just the moral of the story is a big thank you to Chiefs Kingdom, pretty much.
Yeah, Bryant Williamson says his birthday was on the 7th. Happy birthday, Bryant.
Happy birthday, man.
Looking like a young, strapping 30-year-old lad there.
You know what he gets?
What is he?
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad.
Hashtag suck it in the chat if you want a chance at a poster.
Navidad, prospero el año, felicidad. Sorry, Steve. I just wanted to cut you off there.
I knew you
was
were
waiting.
gonna.
You know what I was waiting for you? I was waiting for you to put the Stone Cold one up saying, shut up. You wouldn't have been able to hear it, though. You'd have just clicked the button and been like, what's
Yeah,
happening?
I don't know why I can't hear anything today.
It's crazy, dude.
Man,
Janae says, bro, I can't sing. That hurts my heart, man.
don't let him fool you.
That hurts my heart.
Don't let him fool you.
I once was on stage with Garth Brooks. And he told me I was the songbird of my generation.
You weren't, but we did once open. We did once open for Billy Idol and Joan Jett.
A long day ago. A long time ago.
I mean, think about it. Weird.
I don't consider neither one of those two to be great singers, though. So
Like a different lifetime ago,
it's not saying much.
All right, yeah. If you guys want a shot at winning that free poster, make sure to put hashtag suck it in the chat, and we'll let Nightbot pick somebody out here in just a minute. But until then, let's talk just a little bit more, a wee little bit more about this matchup with the Donkeys tomorrow
Let's go.
at noon, baby. You guys get your questions
Steve, you got
in the
any
chat
wild
if you have any of
predictions?
those.
While they're putting some last minute questions before we give away this poster, do you have any wild predictions? Because one week, I think it was a few weeks ago, I said they were going to have a sack from every level of the defense, and I almost got there. We had 2 out of the 3, and you actually predicted something that came true, and it was really wild. I don't remember what it was. And then last week I had a wild prediction that what's his name, Justin Watson, was going to actually show up. Hey, it worked. So these wild predictions come true sometimes, man. So you got anything?
If I had a wild prediction for tomorrow, which I know I said Kelsey would be the MVP and all that, but if I go off script a little bit and try to go with a wild prediction, I think I would go with D-Hop having another 2-touchdown game.
Whoa, you're going heavy with it, huh?
If he just back to back, because the reason why I say it's wild and it's out there is because he just had a 2-touchdown game. But it wouldn't surprise me a bit. And I know a lot of people don't think that because Pat Surtain's out there and this and that. But that's my wild prediction. D-Hop could have another big one.
I like it. I'm going to throw out a wild prediction, and it's weird because it goes against everything I've said today. I thought Kelsey would have a big game, but here's going to be a wild prediction. I think Noah Gray may have more receiving yards than Kelsey tomorrow.
That'd be pretty wild.
For me, that's a wild prediction.
That wouldn't be the first time this year. He's done it a few times.
But tomorrow feels like a Kelsey day. But I'm going to say wild prediction. Maybe Noah Gray has more. That don't mean he's going to be more productive. Kelsey can still get that TD, baby.
Right. Pop in the house with the 5 gifted memberships, baby. Let's go, old man. Time to wake up. I bet you've been napping. You just woke up, didn't you?
This guy out here.
If you guys get one of those, memberships from Pops, make sure to thank him in the chat for that. Thanks for helping grow the crew, old man. Old Pops is a legend. Y'all let him know about it.
Dude, Pops has to have surgery this week on his wrist, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to wake up at the butt crack of dawn, okay, on, I want to say Wednesday morning, and I got to drive Pop to downtown Louisville to have surgery on his wrist. So everybody send Pop some prayers and vibes for this wrist, because Pops hasn't even been able to play golf.
He got to get back to baiting.
Oh, man. Steve said he's baiting. I'm trying to get him to play some golf. Pops is too old to bait, dude. He could be snorting Blue Chew 24/7, and it ain't happening. It's like throwing a half-cooked
Mike, why do you
noodle.
think his wrist is bad?
It's like throwing a half-cooked noodle to a dartboard. It ain't going to stick. Quit it.
It wasn't all the golf and the work. Gamer Player with a 10 bomb says, my prediction is a shutout, baby. So saith the gamer, formerly from Kansas.
Yeah, appreciate you, Gamer Player, for
Let's
that
go,
10
baby.
bomb,
Appreciate
baby.
the 10. Y'all show him
Chiefs
some love in
fan.
the
See,
chat.
Chiefs fan asks, is Cameron Thomas ever going to be used? No. Look, he played 1 or 2 snaps last game, and he ranked the lowest scoring defender on the field. Cam Thomas. I didn't even know he played.
I didn't even know he got in a game.
But yeah, they said he played like 2 or 3 snaps. He was the lowest rated defender on the field. He got he missed a tackle or something. Out of 1 play, he missed a tackle. Poor guy.
Had to be pretty quiet. I didn't even know
He's
he got in
struggling
there.
with it, dude.
Struggling with it.
Struggling.
Hey, shout out Sparkle Sports Card in here from Australia, baby.
Australia,
Let's go.
mate.
Let's go, man. I thought about getting back into sports card collecting. We used to do that as kids, and it's something I'm like, but I don't need another hobby, and I don't need stuff to spend money on. That's for sure. Jeez,
That's true.
I can barely get. It's ridiculous. Let's hope things go back to normal soon.
Whoa. Steve, let's give away a poster. Let's do it,
baby. Let's do it. Hashtag
Okay.
suck it. Hashtag suck it. So make sure you get that in there if you want a chance to win it. And Nightbot, do your thing, baby. I'll do a drum roll.
So what are we doing? We just going to let Nightbot pick the guy?
Drum rolling.
The guy or gal, Nightbot picks it, it's over, right? No will of
Yeah.
death. Okay, let's go.
Correct.
Will of death takes too long. Let's roll it. Here we go.
Brenda Pike.
Brenda,
the OG, baby. Let's go.
Brenda has been here for the long haul. She deserves that poster.
Round of applause. Congratulations.
I'm going to send
Brenda
Linda 2
Pike, baby.
I'm going to send her 2 posters.
Yeah, you got to send her 3 because you called her Linda. It's Brenda,
I didn't mean
baby.
that. Brenda. Dude, I'm having a day today. I can't think. I can't talk. Maybe I need to go to the doctor. I feel like maybe I need to go to the doctor. I don't
Early
know.
signs of dementia or something, man.
I got early signs of being an idiot. But yeah, Brenda, send you out some posters, baby.
Let's do it. Well, Mike, prediction-wise, I said 27-10.
I
the
said
Kansas City
23-13.
Chiefs, and you said 23-13. So I think that's where we're at. Wherever you're watching the game tomorrow, be safe. Have a good time. Have a good time with your friends and family, whoever you're watching with. And we'll be back tomorrow post-game to give our thoughts on the Chiefs dub, baby. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah, we're going to party tomorrow. Chiefs are going, we're going to be 9-0.
Yeah, we are. And shout out BetUS for powering this live stream, by the way. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs.
Heaven was a sight from my soul.